I wanted to ask you another thing too.
what's
Obviously,
up?
we got so sidetracked. I know we were talking about your how you got into it,
Oh
how you
yeah,
fell in love
beauty
with it,
industry and
how you
stuff
fell in
like
love
that.
with it, and everything like
Yeah,
that.
I
But I
fell in love with
wanted to
hair.
get to the fun part, I guess. 'Cause
My
I know,
comedy?
yes, because I know hair's fun, but
Hair is fun.
your comedy.
Yeah.
How did you, in your mind, decide comedy? I'm going to give it a shot
Okay.
because it's not something that
No.
everyone gets up. And
No,
says,
no,
"Yeah, I'm
no.
gonna do
Okay,
it."
so I like what you said earlier. Like, people don't think hair and comedy are like one and the same or whatever. I actually believe the opposite. I feel like being a hairdresser really. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
Okay, go for it.
High school, I was in theater and video production
Okay.
for 4 years. I did it. I loved it. I loved being on stage. I was really great on stage. We wrote plays, we produced plays. We did all that in high school. I had like a reel of all the work that I did and I edited it myself. It was great, right? My parents didn't think it was a real career, so I decided to just do hair when I was 21. I fell in love with hair 14 years later, still happy doing it. But because I had that experience in high school, and then after high school, I did a little bit of improv at Cerritos College, which we would like travel to different high schools and perform improv for high school students. And I really loved that too. Got pregnant, had my kid, became a mom, a wife, all that good stuff, a hairdresser. And then 2.5 years ago, I fell into like kind of a deep depression. Just kind of like questioning like an existential crisis. You know, I was just kind of questioning who I am as a person. And I kind of looked at myself in the mirror one day and I was like, who's Daisy? What makes Daisy happy? Like, Daisy is a good mom. I know Daisy's a good mom. I know Daisy is a good daughter. I know she's a great hairdresser. You know, a good friend and all that good stuff. But what do I like? What do I love? Or what was the last time I felt happy individually? Because my kids make me happy every day of my life. I love being a mom. I love being their mom. They're great kids. I'm so blessed to have them. And when I asked myself that, I remembered the last time I really felt happy doing what I really loved was improv. And so then I started doing improv again in my 30s. And it was like, everyone's like, Daisy, what are you doing? Like, you know, and I'm like, it's a hobby. Like, I'm just taking this class once a week, get on stage, making people laugh. And I fucking loved it, dude. Like, people were laughing. And like the teacher, the instructor for the improv class was like, Daisy, you have something, like your acting skills are really great and you're really funny and you're quick on your feet and all this. And I just got like this big ass head, right? And so
Bobblehead out here,
yeah,
ladies and
I was
gentlemen.
like, tell me more.
You're like, oh my god.
It's so heavy.
No wonder the camera didn't pick up anything, dude. She was out of frame,
It's
dude.
because, you know, that's actually my forehead. You got a picture of.
shining on the
yeah,
forehead?
it's just,
Alright,
it's
alright.
the forehead and
Yeah,
it's my future.
no, yeah.
It's bright. No, so,
That was a good one right there. I'm
yeah,
not
it
gonna
was
lie.
really good, huh?
Take
yeah.
that to the bank. That was good.
Save that, clip that, baby. Yeah, so I started doing improv, and then the teacher kept telling me I had really good acting skills, and I was like, you know what, I miss acting, you know? So I hit up one of my really good friends, longtime clients, Gracie. I always talk about you, girl. I hit her up and I was like, babe, I want to get into acting. She's an actress. I said, I want to get into acting. Can you send me some links for some schools or whatever? And she was like, definitely. Send me stuff. And I was like, hey, so I've been thinking, I don't know, crazy idea, but what if maybe possibly I try stand-up comedy? And she was like, oh my God, Daisy, yes, do it. She goes, I have a friend that hosts an open mic in North Hollywood, and his name is JT Hernandez and Roger Smith. And I was like, okay. And she's like, I'm going to connect you. Literally within 10 minutes, this beautiful soul made a group chat with me and JT and her and said, JT, this is Daisy. She wants to do comedy. She wants to, open mic. And he was like, he's like, what's up? Come through. And I was like, okay.
Like, shit's happening too fast now,
yeah,
guys.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
This was an idea.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So then this was in July of that year.
How long ago has it been now?
2.5 years. 2.5 years. So 2.5 years, 3 years this July is when I like reached out. So I told her, I was like, oh my God, like, okay, yeah. And then I just left it there. And then I started writing just jokes or my life really, started writing about it. And then I like talked it over with a couple friends. Not many knew. Everybody was like pretty shocked when I told them I did it. And then for my 33rd birthday, my Jesus year, como dicen, right?
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, Jesus year, 33. Right. So a week after my birthday, literally, or no, a week before, a week after my birthday, sorry, I signed up and I did it. He hit me up while I was getting my nails done with the person that now owns the shop that I work at. So shout out to Jules. I was getting my nails done with her and I was telling her literally in that moment, like, dude, I want to do stand up. And she's like, do it. You'd be so good, friend. You're so funny. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then I looked at my phone and JT was like, so when are you gonna try the open mic? And I was like, you know what? Sign me up next week because this weekend's my birthday. So sign me up next week. So then the following week, I went with my good friend Brenda. And I was like with her beforehand, having a full-blown panic attack. I was like, who even said I was funny? Like, who even told me, Daisy, this is a great idea for you to be funny on stage?
Now
like,
you're questioning all your friends.
Yeah,
which one of you motherfuckers?
Why did you let me do this? Right? And then she's like, all being a bad friend. She's like, you don't have to go. She's like, what are they gonna do? Like, and I go, no, I already signed up. And the website says banned for life if you don't show up. And what if I get banned for life? Like, like they punish you for not showing up because you sign up for it, and there's a list. And at that time, right. And so you don't want to do no con, no show. Right, that's fucked up, Yeah. So all these things were running through my head. I'm going to get banned. I don't want to. I'm like, fuck it. And I was like, I'm going to take a shot. So I took a shot and I was like, like, I got to the open mic and then he was like, you want to go first? And I was like, fuck no. I need to see how this works. I've never even been to one of these before. I went up, I did my 5 minutes, which I have posted on my Instagram, my very first 5 minutes. And my first joke ever, and still to this day, is my name's Daisy Rocks with 2 X's, because 3 is for a different career.
You're welcome. Well, because I didn't really botch it, so you're welcome.
You did a great job.
That was great. I'm not gonna lie to you. That made me laugh.
Thanks.
That was really funny.
And that when I said that, I got a huge laugh. And then I say I'm a single mom. I know I'm from Compton. Oh no, I say I'm a single mom, and then I said, like most Mexican bitches from Compton. Yeah. All right. I had my kid at a young age, and then, dude, and when I started talking about my son, so my 3rd time doing stand-up, they filmed everything. Once I went, Enzo, I never stopped going. So they had the mic 3 times a week. I would go every week.
You got the itch.
Those 3 days. Oh my God, yeah. And I do different material. And I started leaning towards being a mom and that material and like my kid, right? And so the 3rd time I did stand-up, they'd film all of it and they clipped my joke about my son jacking off. They clipped it, they posted it. That was their first viral reel.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It had it wasn't even it was what, 46,000 views or something like that. And it was like...
That's still a big feat.
It's a big feat. Especially...
Understand, because a lot of people don't... They might be like, 40...
And this was 3 years ago. Yeah. Right? This was 3 years ago. And it was... their page probably had 1,000 followers or something like that. Like, it wasn't So we were like, oh, shit. And that's when I was like... I have something, I grabbed that mic for the first time. I closed my eyes. And still to this day, if I close my eyes right now, I am in an arena full of people screaming my name. That's just what I see.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen because I see it and I hear it. Like, I can feel my kids on stage with me. I can feel my parents there, my family, my brothers, my niece, I don't know what it is. God put this vision in my head, and I'm just like full force, full force. And then like 6 months later, Fluffy started following me on Instagram.
You're lying. That is so cool.
And then I messaged him, and I was like, a couple weeks later, because I was like, okay, I didn't want to message you right away because I didn't want to freak out, but I'm kind of freaking out right now that you followed me because you're like the GOAT, you know? And I was like, and you following me just kind of validates that I'm funny, and I appreciate it. And he was like, yeah, you're funny. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Keep going. And I was like, thanks.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's really cool, and it also motivates you on another level.
Dude, 6 months after I
Yeah.
started doing comedy.
Yeah, see? A lot of people forget that sometimes you just have to get up and do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
No,
Now,
for
obviously,
sure.
I know everyone has that doubt, the fear, everything like
Yeah,
that.
we
But,
all
I mean,
do.
think about it. If you don't do it, you're always going to have that in your head.
Always.
So I'm happy that you did that. And I'm happy you had friends
Yeah.
that motivated you and pushed you to do it.
Yeah.
And shout out to that little group chat that you got into. Because if it wasn't for that too, think about it. Because
No,
that
for sure.
individual would have never said, hey, yo, what's up? And then you're like,
100%. I believe wholeheartedly that everything happens for a reason, and there's no better timing than God's timing, and I know that, and I just trust that. And the way that things just kind of unraveled, the way things kind of just, like, it just makes me feel like this is where my life is supposed to be, period. I was married for 10 years. I got divorced 7 years ago. So in these last 7 years, I've been living an entirely different life than I did from 18 to 27, right? So it was definitely eye-opening experience for me. It was definitely like, now I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. 100%.